What up, peeps and peepettes? MorbTron back today with more Destiny 2, and today we are re-reviewing the Crimson, except this time it is the Masterworked version of Crimson. So I got this Masterwork while I was doing some escalation protocol. However, the catalyst does say it drops from wherever enemies of the light can be found. So basically you just kill random enemies. If you have the Crimson, you don't have to have it on you. You don't even have to have it in your vault. It can be literally in your collections tab. As long as you've gotten the exotic to drop once, you can get the catalyst off of literally any enemy of the light. So not Crucible, but anywhere else. So how is it? It's pretty good. It's very good in PvE, I would say. Not so good for like raid material, but basically anything else is going to be very good. You'll see here I don't have the ornament on it. I do have the ornament, of course, which does look very pretty. But I don't know if you can kind of see what I'm seeing here. Look up towards where the sights are, like in this area here. You notice how that changes? The gun just seems easier to aim while firing, to line up headshots without the ornament equipped. It might just be me, but that's my personal opinion. Now, I did already review the Crimson when it first released. Didn't really like it. I don't like that it's, basically a hand cannon version of a pulse rifle. I would still much rather prefer it be a single shot like a regular hand cannon. But the changes that they did to the weapon with the rework for the exotic weapons, it's pretty good. It's very good, actually. And you can see here with the Masterwork, all it does is increase the range by a smidgen. Gets it to, pretty high. But its damage has been increased, and its stability has been increased, as well as its hand. Like, basically, the whole weapon has just been made better. Since Curse of Osiris, when it was introduced. And the Masterwork, I don't know if there's any sort of shadow buffs behind the weapon, but it just seems, maybe it's just because I've used the weapon so much now, trying to get its Masterwork. And the Masterwork, by the way, you just have to get headshots with it. I'm not sure exactly how many headshots. I know the second that I unlocked it, I checked to see how many kills, because it doesn't track your kills with a weapon until you actually get the Masterwork. Bungie had originally stated that the catalyst, just putting the catalyst on the weapon, would allow it to start tracking kills, and it does, but it doesn't display them. So when the weapon actually becomes Masterwork, it will show you how many kills you've gotten with it, retroactive to when you install the catalyst on the weapon. However, it will not display that number while it's just has its catalyst on it. Now, it will generate orbs on multi-kill with just the catalyst. So at least there is some bit of truth to what Bungie had said during their live streams and things of that nature. But you can see here, I mean, the weapon, it does a lot of damage. Now, granted, these are just, enemies in a lost sector, but most of the time in PvE, when you're running around, you're going to be running into enemies that are this easy to kill. So, but it's much, much easier to land headshots with this weapon after it's been reworked. So I don't know if it's just their handling and stability that has made it so much easier to use this thing. But the whole weapon, I mean, it seems like brand new. I was not a fan of the Crimson when it was first introduced. But you can see here, I mean, the range is amazing for a hand cannon. I mean, granted, it is still a hand cannon. It's not a pulse rifle, even though it fires like one. And that's something that, in the back of my mind, when something is going to be the Red Death and it shoots a 3-round burst, I expect it to be good at, you know, the ranges that the Red Death was good at, you know, medium to long range. Or I should say medium to medium long. And this hand cannon is good in medium range. Now, long range, you do notice the fall off. You know, there is still, you know, range to the weapon. But, oh, legendary. In a situation like this, where you're, you know, this distance away from your enemies, it's amazing. And the health regen definitely helps. You know, even if you're doing something like Escalation Protocol. I used this during Escalation Protocol. Did okay. Didn't do so great against the bosses, of course, but I'm kind of, well, at least I was under-leveled for it now. As you can see, now I'm 358 after doing some normal mode raids. And you can see there I finally got the Huckleberry, too. I just got that to drop. So there'll be a review on that tomorrow. But we're going to step into the Crucible, and we're going to see how the reworked and masterwork Crimson does in the Crucible. Alright, so we're at the Fortress in the EDZ, and before we get into the game, I do have to mention my opinion on this weapon in the Crucible. I believe it's still incredibly underpowered compared to regular hand cannons. I know that Bungie in their live stream said that because of how they had to buff the damage, that technically the time to kill potential is much lower on the Crimson, or not much lower, but just lower on the Crimson, versus regular hand cannons. And I gotta say, I don't... Did that guy really just hunt me down like that? Really? Feels bad, man. Yeah, the Crimson, the way that you have to aim, and the recoil pattern, it's not the best thing in the world. Is that guy really running from me? He had an overshield. He still has an overshield. Okay. I will take this rocket. So you probably won't see me perform very well with this weapon. Oh, I thought he was hunting me, and I was gonna pull a quick no you with my rocket.
You gained the lead.
Let's do one of those. Ooh, okay, that was spicy. So as far as this weapon goes, yeah, I'm not a fan of it in the Crucible at all.
That's why we have fire team.
At all. Now, as far as how I may perform in the... I mean, we're doing pretty good so far. We're doing pretty good. Word. Ow. Yeah, you picked that up, friend. We're doing pretty good so far. But this is honestly the best I've ever done with this weapon in the Crucible. I'm not a fan. I just think that, you know, if you hit all your headshots, yeah, it's time to kill is better. But how easy is it to hit all those headshots, especially when the weapon has a crazy recoil animation that I've heard people, like, in my comment section or in other people's comment section, have said that they've put a piece of tape or put a dot on their monitor with a marker where their targeting reticle is, because of how, like, weird this recoil animation is. And it's the same recoil animation that Bungie has used on a couple different hand cannons, because they feel like I'm not going to win that fight, because they feel like mixing it up. Ouch. Wait, the cool kids table. Huh, that's a streamer's clan. Laced Up Lauren, I believe, is her name on the Twitch. Goodbye. I will take your power ammo.
Trap is on. Finish it. Zone B captured. That's a power play. You took them. Now hold them.
All right.
Zone A lost. Double down.
Ooh. I think there's a person behind me. Definitely a person over here. So I'm sorry, I'm kind of breaking my live commentary. But I'm trying to... Oh, did I just run into a Dawnblade? I did, so I'm running away from Dawnblade. Okay, yep, running from all the supers ever. All of them ever. He's gonna get away before I'm able to kill him. Won that duel, shouldn't have.
5 minutes remain. A strong start. Fight on.
Ooh, let's pick up this orb. Let's run away. Okay, never mind. Gonna stop running away and just fall over dead. Let's try to take A. It is not being defended right now. But yeah. So I think with the recoil animation, it still ruins the weapon. I still wish that the Crimson was a true hand cannon. I think it'd be much, much better if it was a true hand cannon. But instead we have this 3-round burst thing, which its gimmick is kind of neat. It's kind of cool. I'm gonna lose that duel. Thanks for backing me up, friend. Thanks for trying to hide around that corner. I hope I netted you some kills, at least. Let's see, where are we fighting now? Are we fighting? Okay. I will take that rocket.
You captured Zone B. That's a power play.
Go, power play.
Now hold them.
Yeah, we're gonna win pretty smoothly here. Scoozy. Scoozy friend.
Zone C lost.
Can I sprint? I'd love to sprint.
Strength in numbers, guys.
There we go. That was messy,
3 minutes.
but I did it.
Stay strong.
Alright, we'll finish capturing C. We'll be the team player here.
Zone B lost. You captured Zone C. Zone advantage is
Alright, and now let's push towards A.
Now you're fighting with heart, Guardian.
Oh, there we go. My clan leveled up. By the way, speaking of clans, if you're looking to join a Destiny 2 PC clan, link will be in the description below. Just go ahead and leave a comment saying that you need to be accepted into the clan, and I will do that.
You captured Zone
So,
B.
hey, there we go. We win.
Pressure on.
Alright, and here we have the results from the Crucible match. So I got a 4.75 KD. Not bad. Not bad, especially me using a weapon I'm not really comfortable with in the Crucible. So as far as the Crimson goes, what is my opinion on the weapon now since it's rework, since I have it masterworked? It's definitely fun to use in PvE. Now, would I use it in prestige modes where I'm trying to get like a super high score in the Nightfall? Probably not. Would I use it in a raid activity that we are trying to learn? Like the new raid that's coming out the day of this recording? no, I wouldn't use it then either. But if you want to use a weapon that has some awesome flavor to it and a pretty good gimmick, this is it. It is usable now in its current state, even without the Masterwork. The Masterwork doesn't really change the weapon all that much, but being able to generate orbs on multi-kill, along with healing yourself every time you get a kill with a weapon, that sort of thing, is really, really nice. So definitely, if you have a Crimson and you happen to get a Masterwork for it, do it up. You know, might as well. Gotta catch them all, right? So, might as well as Masterwork it and use it every once in a while. I think it'd still be better. You know, I am going to keep my old opinion with a weapon as far as I think it'd be better as a regular hand cannon. But it's better. It's usable now. I didn't think it was a very usable weapon in its original release state. But there we have it, folks. That is going to be the end of this episode. If you liked it, please leave a like. I do greatly appreciate the support. Being as small of a channel as I am, any support at all shown really makes my day. You know, any messages or any, you know, seeing how the video is doing throughout my day at work makes my day. So, if you liked it or you enjoyed it, hit that like button for me. If you're new to the channel, you want to see more of my daily shenanigans, hit that subscribe button. If you have anything to say, do in the comment section down below. But do not forget to have a good day. And I'll catch you all next time.